Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Halo 4 Legendary video walkthrough. So this is a solo walkthrough of the new installment in the Halo franchise, and this is the very first mission of the game. This is entitled Dawn, and if you've been watching the Forward into Dawn series, this is probably going to have some resonance for you, because I believe it's, part of that storyline. I'm not all up on the story, guys, and if I'm completely honest, I don't really care. Yeah, I said it. I am not a Halo player, folks. I do not play Halo. I am not a Halo guy. I'm not really a Halo fan. I've never really been into these games at all. But I do play them occasionally because, I do enjoy the achievements, I do enjoy generally playing the campaigns, and I do enjoy playing with my friends, and I've got a lot of friends that really do enjoy them. And this is merely an inevitability, this sequence right here. If you come down below the stairs, you can press the terminal, get a nice 20G like that. I missed that my first time through because I'm an idiot. But this guide was probably always going to happen just through the nature of my channel. I cover everything and I don't generally discriminate. Even if it's a game I don't necessarily like, I will still try and cover it, as you found out with Resident Evil 6. This here, however, is a completely different thing, because Microsoft have pulled something on YouTube where you can't monetize their games anymore, and I don't believe I'd be able to run monetization on this. The luxury is I can't run monetization because I'm still in the fucking turnout process of getting partnered with TGN, and it's taking like a ridiculous amount of time, so I don't have the ability to add revenue. So at this moment in time, this is probably a perfect moment for this guide. And this moment here is really cool. It doesn't happen that frequently in the game, but I thought it was really interesting. If you watch the screen, did you see how the Chief looked to the left just then? That is effectively a QuickTime prompt. It's showing you the direction it wants you to press the pad, and there's nothing on the screen. There's no, user interface. It is purely done through animation and through visuals, and I think that's a really, really cool future for perhaps QuickTime events, because I've never seen anything like that, and I thought it was cool. But this is your first experience to a very different looking Elite as you throw him down the elevator. And this is pretty much the tutorial mission for the game. I make a mistake as well. There's a room in this room where you can grab a Magnum, which, if you don't know, the Magnums, any gun on this game that fires pretty much single shot is a good gun. Anything that fires anything faster is probably a little bad, and it's just how Halo functions. And because this is not going to be relying on co-op to brute force my way through the game, this will be solo, you generally have to really think about the weapons that you're using. Like this weapon here that I've just picked up, this I believe is a new weapon. It's kind of the Covenant equivalent of the assault rifle. It's fucking dreadful. It really is. Like, don't get me wrong, it probably has uses, it probably has times when it really shines, but I would never use that gun. The only time you'll ever see me using that gun is when I'm in a situation where I pretty much have to, which is kind of this. Because I've got the assault rifle, I don't really have anything else, I've got a couple of grenades, and we're just dealing with some grunts, and the grunts themselves, they behave a lot like they always have. They can be a complete nuisance when they're in numbers or when they've got something big backing them up, but generally if you can keep on top of them, they're not that bad at all. And like, this is the 4th Halo game, and if you know how to play Halo, you're probably not going to have too much trouble with this campaign, because if I'm completely honest, I thought it was a little bit easy. There's a couple of moments that are a pain in the ass at best, but aside from that, I don't think you're going to get anything that's even close to Cortana on Halo 3, because that level, anyone who played that on Legendary Solo knows that that level was fucking stupid. There is nothing on this game that is even remotely like that. And there's been a transition in the video just there, because I did die on this opening sequence because I don't have the Magnum, and that is a mistake on my part. Make sure you pick it up when you come through this area. I know I did my first time through, but When I'm trying to rush to record the guide and do things faster than I normally would, casualties definitely get made. So this is the first real challenging fight of the game. Both sides of the room is going to get dropped off a bunch of grunts, and there's going to be one elite with them, and the elite is more dangerous than all of the grunts, because on legendary that guy will fuck you up really quickly. So make sure that you use your radar to the best of your ability. And you'll notice I'm using a plasma pistol because there's something in these games called the noob combo, which essentially, if you fully charge the plasma pistol and you hit any enemy that has armor on, it will completely remove his shield, and then you can generally damage them very quickly and very easily with a bullet weapon. And a lot of you might be thinking, oh, plasma pistol, not generally the best weapon to carry around with you when you could be carrying something significantly more damaging, but it really is the Achilles heel of pretty much every difficult enemy. If you can carry at all times either two really reliable single shot weapons that are accurate, you'll be fine. If you ever run out of one of those weapons, you want to swap the plasma pistol or a heavy weapon, and that is generally the philosophy I use, because the noob combo with the plasma pistol and a bullet weapon like a Magnum or a BR or a DMR, it just cannot be stopped. It even works on the new enemies, because this game introduces a completely new race of enemies, and they can be noob comboed. They can be a little finicky for it to happen. Sometimes they take more than one shot to the face, but it does work, guys, and it works really well. And I do believe that Halo itself is not necessarily difficult, but you can put yourself in a situation where it's fucking stupid insane. And that's why I'm not going to say that this is an easy game, because I don't believe everyone's going to have an easy time, but it's very relative to your situation. One thing you will always find on these games is, because the way the checkpoints work, and because pretty much every room is dictated by how well you have the ammunition or the weapon choices to handle it. If you put yourself in a spot where you have bad weapons and bad ammo, it can be the hardest part of the game. But for somebody else who has a battle rifle or a carbine, they have no trouble at all, because they have weapons that do the fucking job. And the one thing I hate the most about Halo, that I've always hated from day one, is when you play it on Legendary, you always feel like you do not have enough ammo. All the time, you are constantly scavenging the battlefield for ammunition, and I do realise that this is a balance conceit, and this is completely intentional, but it turns into this really strange opera of, you spend half your time worrying about your ammo count, trying to find another gun to replace the ones you've got, and then when you do run out, you're pretty much useless, and you're running around until you get the next opportunity to kill things. And I've always found it really frustrating that unless you have this select few amount of weapons, you're pretty much pointless. You don't deal enough damage quick enough to relevant, being effective on Legendary, because this is a difficulty where anything can kill you. Your shield goes down pretty quick. You do take a couple of hits when your shield is down, but if you get hit by anything really strong, it's good night. And they will take a pounding. Elites take a pounding, like the Knights take a pounding. Everything on this game takes a beating. Sometimes the fucking jackals and the little dudes, the grunts, take a pounding because the bullets just aren't clipping them right. But you'll notice I've now swapped out for the awesome Magnum, and that right there that you just saw, guys, that is the noob combo. You'll notice that elite went down in 2 shots as opposed to a full clip of the assault rifle. And this is pretty much the way I'm going to be playing this game. I'm going to be always trying to get weapons similar to this. The other weapons in this range are the new creatures rifle. They have a weapon, it's like, I think it's called a light rifle, really good for headshots, really good at being accurate. Obviously the DMR, the battle rifle, the pistol, the sniper rifle, things like that. There's the ones I'm generally going to be migrating towards. The Covenant carbine is great. The Covenant sniper rifle is fantastic as well. That one is a really useful tool. This room right here, you want to be kind of careful. You'll notice that there's these gaping openings at each side of this central domain, and there's a bunch of grunts in it, and these guys are not the problem. The bad things is that the other side of this area, there's 2 or 3 elites, and these guys can hurt. As you've just seen, they're incredibly accurate. They all move like they're on Dancing with Ice, or Dancing on Ice, should I say, and they're a nuisance. But luckily enough, the noob combo finishes them off ridiculously well. There's another one over there. There is definitely 3, so just be very careful. Make sure once you run out of your plasma pistol, you go pick up a new one. And there are a couple of changes on this game that don't make too much of a difference, but it's enough of a difference that I've noticed. Like on other Halo games, the plasma pistol charged indefinitely, then they changed it and things like that. And because I don't play these games a lot, I always get surprised when things feel different. One thing I've noticed with this game is it's a lot faster than the older games. Probably because the sprint is mandatory now instead of it being a power, but it can bite you in the arse, because if you jump in a Halo game, you can shoot, and a lot of strategies in this game evolve around jump shotting. But if you start sprinting and then jump, you can't shoot because he doesn't pull his gun up, because he's locked in this animation of like ruggering his gun around. So just be careful, and I will see you in the second section of the first mission. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this should be a pretty entertaining guide. You take care now.